You are not special. You are not unique, nor are you the exception to the rule, which means that you are not the only person in the history of the world whose excuses mean some shit. You're not the only person who can have such a sad sob story that all of a sudden the things that you need to do to get to where it is that you want to be will change or make an exception for you. You're not the only person in the history of ever who has genetics so bad that you can't lose weight or build muscle. You're not the only person in the world whose skin color is preventing them from ever being able to do anything. None of this shit is true of you, nor is it true of anybody else. And that also means that you are not the only person in the world who can't consistently go to the gym and get in shape. It also means that you're not the only person who can't consistently eat in a calorie deficit and lose weight. It also means that you're not the only person in the world who can't do whatever work it is towards whatever goal it is that you have and accomplish that goal, because you are not fucking special, which is a good thing, because that means that if there are other people in the world who have done the thing that you would like to do, you can also do that thing. You just have to do the things that they did, because they're not special. They weren't the only person in the world who could follow the steps and get to where the path that they were walking down led them. Anyone can. If you go the way that they go, you will get to where it is that they get. It's just like a recipe in a cookbook. There are not only select people who can make that recipe. Everyone can make the fucking recipe, presuming that they follow all of the steps and figure out how to measure the different spices and ingredients and cut up the food, whatever the fucking case may be, and they know how to tell time and track all of that shit. Anyone can follow the steps and put together that recipe in the cookbook, including you, because you are not so fucking special that you are the exception. Most people just wind up not being able to cook, not because they can't cook, not because they don't have what it takes or they were cursed with some sort of genetic malfunction that prevents them from being able to follow instructions. It's because exactly that. They don't follow instructions. They think they know better than the shit. They want to take different steps, or they don't learn how to do any of the necessary things. They don't learn how to measure shit properly or cut shit properly or any of that. So they throw all of the food together, not following the steps, and then they decide they don't know how to cook. But the problem is they didn't do what it was that they were supposed to do. People do this in all avenues of life. I have worked at several different sales jobs. Every single sales job will give you a script, and they tell you when you call people, when you talk to people, whatever the case may be, you follow the script, and eventually after a while you can make the script your own. But when you start off, follow the script. Call this many number of people a day, follow up with them at this particular time increment, do this, and do that. They give you a whole entire little blueprint, every single one of them. And the vast majority of people don't make money in sales, regardless of what type of sales that be, whether that be car sales, insurance sales, home sales, gym membership sales, whatever the fuck. The vast majority of people make no money, not because you can't make money in sales. Obviously you can. Millions and millions of people do it. Andy Elliott has a whole entire business built off of sales shit, as do other people. But the point is, people don't follow any of the steps. They don't do any of the stuff that they are told to do. And then they fail at it, and they blame the system. They blame the people who gave them the system. They blame people for scamming them. They blame everything in the world but the fact that they thought they knew better than to do what it was that they were assigned to do. And that is the problem. That is everybody's problem. People get these 12-week workout programs, barely follow the shit, say it didn't work, and say it didn't work, and then don't get in shape and blame all kinds of other shit. Everything but themselves for not sticking to it. But none of those people are special. They are not so special that the sales funnel program, whatever it is that it's not a funnel, sales blueprint won't work for exclusively them. It will work for anybody who truly and properly follows it. But most people can't even do that. They can't follow simple instructions because they're impatient, because they're arrogant and think they know better. Some people are just really fucking stupid, but I don't think that that's most people's problems. Most people's problems is one of the other two. They don't like the way that some of the shit in the script sounds. They don't like how some of the exercises in the program make them feel, so they want to skip off on it and do all kinds of different things. They excuse me, they think that another exercise would be better suited to them, whatever the case. So they try and replace it because they don't want to follow the steps. Then they don't follow the steps and wind up somewhere they didn't want to be and blame the path. And they come up with all kinds of excuses and all these nonsensical things to say that it didn't work for them. But it does work. All of it works. Every single diet works. Every single workout plan works, except for the one. There are some that are outlandishly stupid, but that's a mildly separate point. The point is every single diet works. Every single workout plan works. Every single real put together fucking sales thing, blueprint, all these, whatever it is, all of these things work. You just have to follow the shit and stop thinking that you are fucking special and that there is a different way for you, that there is a different way to walk the path that all of these other people have walked and got them to where it is that they would like to be. Even if there is, in the very beginning, you don't know enough about it to be able to determine that. You need the experience that comes from the beginning. You need the experience that comes from following the beginner workouts. You need the experience that comes from just reading off of the script until you get a feel for what it is that you can do, and then you can try and build upon that, and then you can go off and create your own if you want to. But people don't want to do the beginning part. There's a Japanese philosophy, a martial arts philosophy, I believe it is. It's shihari, which is basically you learn the steps, you master the steps, and then you create your own shit off of it. But nobody wants to do the first two parts. They want to do their own thing if they do anything at all, because they think that they know better, because they think that they are special, and they're not. None of you are fucking special. If you are not where it is that you want to be, then the absolute best thing that you can do is find somebody who is where you want to be and do exactly what it is that they tell you. If you're not in the shape that you want to be, the best thing that you can do is find yourself some sort of workout program and do exactly what the fuck it is that it tells you. If you don't know anything about losing weight, then the best thing that you can do is get someone to give you a diet and stick to it exactly. If you don't know how to make money, the best thing that you could do is find someone who will tell you and do exactly what the fuck it is that they tell you without you thinking that you know better than the shit, because you don't, because you're not special. You don't need a special, unique, one-of-a-kind thing tailor-made just for you. Millions of people succeed following blueprints that were laid out. You don't, and you haven't, and you can't, not because you're special, not because you're unique, not because those things don't work for you, but because you don't do the necessary work to accomplish the things. And again, you believe that you are a one-off scenario and that you have these magnificent excuses. You believe that you are the sole person who is so busy that you can't make time to eat properly or work out or do some extra work. You are not. Everyone has all of the same fucking excuses that you have, but you know what they do? They disregard them and find a way to make it work. Yours aren't more powerful. Yours aren't more meaningful. Yours don't carry more weight. They're just the ones that you have attached yourself to that are holding you down. That is the only different thing about them, is theirs affect them and yours affect you, which is your fucking problem. You need to stop believing in your excuses. You need to stop believing in the nonsense that you tell yourself. Excuse me. You need to stop believing that you cannot do certain things because you have some sort of one-off, different, magically special scenario that will prevent you from succeeding. You don't. If you want to get better in life, absolutely you can do that shit. It's not even really that difficult. But first, you have to stop believing that you are fucking special and that you just need to do the things that it takes in order to get to where it is that you would like to go, as thousands upon thousands of other people have done. And what do you know? You will get there.